Hello everyone and welcome back to another segment of FF Insider. I'm Sam and we're here back in the design studio to welcome some guests, some of which have never experienced FF91 before. We're really excited to get them in the car, experience our third internet living space, and go on some test rides. Some of these guests have already visited us in New York City at our FF Futurist Experience pop-up location. We're really excited to have them back here in LA so they can experience the car in a whole new environment. Well, let's get to it. So I'm here with Jonas, who also was in New York with us and here in LA. Jonas, how was the test ride?
The test drive was super exciting, especially I had no clue that this car could go 0 to 60 in just 2.4 seconds, and this was just crazy to experience. And also, like, the back seats, they're just amazing because you have so much space for yourself. You're so comfortable there. You can just lie down and you can enjoy watching a movie. And so far, I haven't experienced any other car who's capable of doing that.
What do you think you'd use the car for? Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
I would love to go with this car on a road trip because, I mean, usually I don't like road trips too much, but since this car is so comfortable and you can watch a movie and just lie down, I feel like I could definitely go for a road trip, maybe like to the Grand Canyon or so. That would be awesome.
That's awesome. And how was it being able to test ride the car here in LA? I know there was a little bit less traffic than there was in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, since there was a lot of traffic in New York City, we couldn't go really fast, but it was also cool to enjoy New York City with this car because it has these panoramic roofs, so you could see all of the skyscrapers, which was really cool. However, on the other side in LA, there was like no traffic, so we could go really fast, and yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jonas, for joining us both in New York City and
here
in LA.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Hey guys, today we're here with Chad at Faraday Future and we're about to do a test run in the car. So what are you most excited about?
I'm excited to see how those battery packs, how much power they can output. And I'm excited to just see like what it's like to cruise in such like a comfortable car. I've driven electric cars, I've had a few electric cars, but nothing this like top notch essentially. So I love it. It takes me back to like, you know, movies and films and things from the past that are about the future. You know, it makes me think of like Blade Runner and like Demolition Man and like RoboCop and stuff like that. But it's like, it's got a nicer edge to it. You know what I mean? It's a little like more upscale than that. But it's pretty much right up my alley. Like, I love the like headlight, the tail light, and the way that the LEDs look and everything. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the industrial design.
What would you say is like your favorite detail about the interior of the car?
That like 27-inch screen in the back, like for the passengers, like in the rear. Like, I don't want to drive the thing. I want to sit in the back and recline and like have that 100 inches of total screen real estate inside here. Is crazy. The steering wheel is like not a typical design steering wheel. It makes you feel more kind of like racy and like kind of F1 or something, you know, yeah. So I like it all.
Jason, how was your experience today with the test run?
It was crazy because I showed up knowing nothing about this, so
really?
I learned a lot and I was actually like pleasantly surprised. Every seat really does feel like it was specifically made for comfort. Actually, I chose to sit in the back. That's a first. Usually I'm trying to fight for shock. The best way I could put it is like flying first class. So you're kind of like driving first class. Like you upgraded to like a premium cabin on the road.
Awesome. So where do you think that you would take, you know, a Faraday Future car with you in LA driving around?
You know, honestly, anywhere. I could see myself just doing daily drives with it, but also to like a premiere or like to like a big event. So it's kind of like a really luxurious, also flashy, but also works every day kind of. There's nowhere I wouldn't take it.
What would you say your favorite feature about this vehicle is?
Aside from the space and the comfort, is probably just how connected it is to tech. It's kind of like,
yes.
I have like an office space, I have like a home place, and then when I come here, it's kind of like it just kind of seamlessly transitions. With one of these, if I'm in the back, it's pretty much like I'm at home in an office. So.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I'm glad that you enjoyed your experience today. We're definitely happy to have you.
Thank you guys.
So I'm here with Natalie, who actually joined us in the FF Futures experience in New York City and now is here at our global HQ in LA. Natalie, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How was it to be in the car, both in New York and now here in LA?
Well, I've never been in a car as luxurious before. You know, you hear about how fancy Bentleys are and Rolls Royces. I've never been in any of those vehicles, but I can only imagine what they're in because I have a feeling that this is way better.
We love it.
Not only do you have the luxury of those vehicles, but it's electric too, which is really just what I consider the future.
Awesome. Well, how was it being able to test ride here in LA? Because I think when we were in New York City, it was probably bumper to bumper.
It was a completely different experience. It was June, so it was warm, but it was pouring down rain. So as you can imagine, that slowed the traffic considerably.
Yes.
And it was really cool in both scenarios. But here we actually did the 0 to 60, and I think it was 2.4 seconds.
Fast.
So you really got to feel that. In New York, we did not go 60 miles an hour, unfortunately.
What was your favorite feature of the car?
I would have to say the zero gravity seats, for sure.
Oh yeah?
I did not want to leave that car.
Where would you probably see yourself going reclined back in the FF91?
In this car, you don't want to go just to dinner. Maybe you would go to dinner 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Because you really want to get to enjoy those seats in this vehicle.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Natalie, for joining us both in New York and here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all so much for watching this segment of FF Insider. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to take a test ride in our very own FF91. If you haven't already, make sure you download the FF Intelligent app available on iOS and Android. There you can interact with us, share your ideas, and learn so much more. We're really excited, so we'll catch you next Monday on the next segment of FF Insider.